The Duggar family, known for their strict upbringing and traditional values, has been the subject of public interest for many years. As part of the larger Duggar family, Josiah Duggar's journey to find love and navigate the complexities of relationships has also been under the microscope. Recently, Josiah made headlines with his unique and heartfelt approach to learning how to be affectionate with his wife, Lauren Duggar. Affection and relationships can be a complex subject, especially when you grow up in a family that adheres to very specific ideas about how love and affection should be expressed. The Duggar family, as seen on their reality show Counting On, has often emphasized the importance of modesty, courtship, and the traditional values of love and marriage. For Josiah, learning how to navigate these values in his own relationship with Lauren has been a journey in self-discovery, vulnerability, and adaptation to a new, deeper sense of intimacy. Josiah Duggar's experience is not one of unflinching perfection but of growth, learning, and finding balance between personal beliefs and the realities of a marriage. With Lauren by his side, he has embarked on a journey to show affection in a way that resonates with both his values and his desire to nurture his marriage. The Duggar family's approach to affection and relationships. The Duggar family's approach to relationships has often been a point of discussion for fans and critics alike. While many of the Duggar children have gone through courtship rather than dating, their interactions and expressions of affection are often limited by the family's conservative principles. Physical contact between couples is highly regulated, especially before marriage, and any romantic interactions during courtship are meant to adhere to the boundaries set by their religious beliefs. For Josiah Duggar, this meant that when he entered into a relationship with Lauren, his understanding of affection was shaped by the same set of principles. Affection in the Duggar household is often expressed through meaningful gestures, such as hand-holding, verbal affirmations, and showing respect toward one another. Josiah and Lauren's courtship was no different, and when they eventually got married in 2018, they had to adjust to married life with a balance of traditional values and the natural desire to show love and affection in their new relationship. For many of the Duggar children, the challenge lies in adjusting from a more formal, restrained expression of love to a more natural, intimate form of affection. And for Josiah, who married Lauren and entered into this new chapter of life, there was no instruction manual on how to transition from the strictures of his upbringing to the realities of marriage. Josiah's approach to this learning curve would be an intimate journey that many could relate to, even if their backgrounds were vastly different. Learning affection through new experiences. Josiah Duggar's journey with Lauren is one filled with self-discovery and growth. Although he had witnessed many forms of love and affection in his family, learning to be affectionate with Lauren required him to develop new skills. These skills were not necessarily taught through words, but through a commitment to exploring what it means to show affection physically and emotionally in a marriage. In an intimate moment, Josiah shared how he used his hand as a way to practice learning how to be affectionate with Lauren. In many relationships, especially in conservative circles where physical touch is limited, learning how to express affection may take time. For Josiah, the idea of being affectionate wasn't simply about finding the right moment to hold hands or embrace, but understanding the subtle and meaningful ways to show love. The hand, often seen as an instrument of expression, became a symbol for Josiah in his journey to deepen the bond with his wife. Through simple actions, such as holding her hand with tenderness, guiding her with his hand in certain situations, or even just reaching out in moments of quiet affection, Josiah was learning how to convey his feelings toward Lauren. The hand became an essential tool in expressing the vulnerability, care, and devotion he felt. It was as though the act of using his hand was a metaphor for Josiah's desire to use every part of himself to communicate love and affection toward his wife. Building a strong foundation of emotional affection. For Josiah, understanding the power of emotional affection was just as important as physical touch. In many ways, learning how to show affection with his hand was an extension of his desire to build a strong emotional foundation with Lauren. Unlike the more traditional, reserved aspects of their courtship, married life required the two to find more than just a physical connection. They had to deepen their emotional bond, understanding each other's needs and communicating their feelings. Josiah's path to becoming more affectionate with Lauren involved opening himself up emotionally, not just physically. This meant creating a space where he could express his thoughts, concerns, and dreams with her. For someone raised in an environment where emotional vulnerability was not always openly shared, learning to express those feelings was no small task. As Josiah worked through this process, he began to realize that affection wasn't just about physical gestures, it was about communication, trust, and shared vulnerability. The hand, again, served as an expression of this deeper emotional connection. Through a simple touch or an open gesture, Josiah demonstrated his affection and care in ways that reinforced their emotional connection. Holding hands wasn't merely a physical act. It was a tangible reminder of the bond they were strengthening together. By consciously working on these emotional and physical expressions of love, Josiah was able to learn a more fulfilling way to nurture his relationship with Lauren. Navigating the complexity of public scrutiny. Being a part of the Duggar family means that every moment of personal growth is often shared with the public. Fans of the Duggar family have followed Josiah's journey closely, from his courtship with Lauren to their wedding and beyond. As with many aspects of their personal lives, Josiah and Lauren's marriage has been under public scrutiny, which adds another layer of complexity to their journey. In a world where privacy is often limited, Josiah had to balance his personal growth with the expectations of his public persona. Despite the challenges of navigating a public relationship, Josiah has been open about his journey of learning how to express affection. His decision to share these moments with his fans serves as an example of how relationships evolve over time. For many of his followers, Josiah's experiences are relatable. Whether it's learning to be affectionate in a new marriage or working through personal growth, Josiah's openness allows others to reflect on their own experiences and the ways they have navigated relationships and love. In many ways, Josiah's story also serves as a reminder that love is not one size fits all. Each relationship has its unique path, and learning how to love and be loved takes time, patience, and commitment. For Josiah and Lauren, their marriage has become an opportunity to build a foundation of affection, both physical and emotional, that will support them as they move forward in life. The future of Josiah and Lauren's relationship. As Josiah and Lauren continue to grow in their relationship, their journey toward affection and intimacy will likely evolve. The lessons they are learning now are just the beginning, and as they face new challenges in their lives together, their expressions of affection will deepen and take on new forms. The use of his hand as a symbol of affection might evolve into other meaningful gestures, but it will always carry the foundation of what they are learning now. That love is expressed in both big and small ways, and that each moment of growth is an opportunity to connect more deeply with each other. As they move forward, Josiah and Lauren's relationship will continue to inspire others who are navigating similar challenges. Their willingness to open up about their journey toward learning affection shows that love is not always simple, but it is always worth the effort. The bond between Josiah and Lauren is a testament to the power of patience, vulnerability, and the simple gestures that often speak the loudest. Through their commitment to each other, they are building a love that will last for years to come, grounded in respect, understanding, and the tender touch of a hand. Conclusion. Josiah Duggar's journey to becoming more affectionate with his wife Lauren through the use of his hand highlights the complexities and growth involved in relationships. It shows how affection can be learned, nurtured, and expressed in meaningful ways. For Josiah and Lauren, their story is not just about physical touch, but about creating a deeper emotional bond that will last a lifetime. Through their openness, they remind us all that love is a journey worth taking, even when it requires learning new ways to connect.